We have around 6,500 different languages that are speaking around the world, and language being one of things that help people to understand each other, translation or communications. Me traveling like 7 countries, different countries in Africa, like each country have their own language, like multiple language that you have to speak to understand with each other. And me traveling here to the United States, my first 2 years I have like to go to like take ESL classes, and that really helped me like to improve my language, like reading, write, like the basic things, reading, writing, speaking and listening. But on top of that, I use like some applications like on phone or website, and I like use like watching movies like that have subtitle, or kid like programs like comic things that help too. And the other one is like practicing with people who like are fluent in the language, like people who live here, like yeah. So the first thing, like using application. This is a list of applications that they have. Some of them is free and some of them is like you have to pay, you have to subscribe to them. But all of them have like different technique that can help you to increase your your learning, what like you are the language, like any new language that you are learning. And they will give you like some tests that you have to take, and some of them is kind of a game that you play. Like the more you play, the more like make it a game, so you make fun, like make it like easy for you to remember. And the second one is like using movie, like TV things. This is a movie that like I use like to episode, like they have a lot of episode, and they have this writing up there. So if you like to talk, you can still like see and read what they are talking, like what they're saying, like if they're going to like you didn't like or heard like perfect what they're saying. And watching movies like or kid programs that like they have like many program incorporate inside that increase your learning, because they almost like always talk about things, that how things like are done, or like history, like things how affect, like they don't make like more science things that increase like your learning, that kind of like teaching you new things. And the third one is like practicing with people who are fluent in language that you are learning, because the more you practice, like the more you talk like to the people who are like fluent in the language, the more will increase your understanding and the pronunciation, like how word like are pronounced, and how like to make a difference is when you like speaking like to people in the society that are in different level, like you speaking to a kid, or you speaking to someone who are in like same level to you, like or same age, or you speaking to all the person, like or how like to be form, like make a differences between like what time you have to be informal, like talking formal, and sometimes how like to speak informal. So in conclusion, to what I'm just like saying, like using the application, like this different app name, or using the kid movies here, or use like watching movies, or practicing with someone who is fluent in the language, will increase more your learning, like your learning process. And me like traveling like around, like I can say 7 countries back home in Africa, to the continent African. Every continent, like every country have like their own language. Me traveling there, like learning new things each country that I go, help me like to 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 put in place like things that to ease my way like to learn a new language. And doing this research, I I came across with many sources, but I have four of them. So one of them is Wendy, it's published by Wendy. Is like a website that they was talking about how to increase like ESL learning in Malaysia, like how approach that they was doing like to increase learning. That was published in 2012. And the second one is published by Perry, that he was like talking about some myth, like the myth like learning a new language, what people consider and like what people want to get from a new language, what people don't want to get from another language, like the myth that people like have from learning a new language. That was published in 1992. And the third one is it's published by Shimon. It was like they was talking about how to introduce new languages like in academic learning in Australia, like to the school of Australia, how like what how to prepare them for the next word, how they say it, like how to prepare them for the next word, because everyone who speak like 2 or 3 language like will have like more opportunity like outside the world. And that was published in 2009. And the fourth one is published by Stone, and that is about, he put it on his website. They put a different application that help people to learn, like kind of this one here. So this is different application. So he put like in down like many application, explain which application, what the application do, and how it help like the student or whoever want to learn a new language, how to approach that, which one to use, which is best for you when you're using audio, using video, or you just like listening to your car, what you use. That was published in 2020. Thank you guys for this. I hope this video will help you increase like your learning. If you're looking for something, like looking to learn a new language, using these 3 things will increase your process. Thank you.